Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel. We're now just 2 days away from the launch of the third Edict content update. It's been a long time coming, and I've been eagerly awaiting this patch to dive back into PoE 2 and see what's new and discover what's new, including obviously Act 4 and the new crafting systems, and obviously all the balance changes and the removal of cruel difficulty. The list goes on, but today I'm just going to talk about the character I'll be starting with for the league. I'm going to talk about how I'm going to level that character, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Hollow Palm because that's been a bit of a popular topic of discussion, and definitely want to give that a try at some point during the league. So yeah, we'll be starting Monk and be leveling with Ice Strike. But before I get into the leveling, I just want to go over Hollow Palm real quick, and just want to put a disclaimer that Hollow Palm, we will not be leveling as Hollow Palm. Hollow Palm will be something, if all goes well, something I'll transition into later into the end game, likely late into maps once we've kind of hit some checkpoints and hit some for example, you need to, in order for Hollow Palm to really feel well, you need to scale your crit to 100, and you really need to scale the attack speed very high as well in order it to feel worthwhile and in order for it to really come online and make sense. But yeah, I just want to put that out there that this is not, by no means is this a guide, because again, we don't even have the skill tree at our disposal to kind of map things out and plan out a character on path of building. We don't have that yet, unfortunately, and likely that won't. By the sounds of it, won't come until after the patch is hit, until the league has already begun. So this is more so just I'm going to talk about my plans to level and just yeah. Eventually, I'm going to switch to Hollow Palm, but this is not like, by no means we're not leveling as Hollow Palm. I would not recommend you to level with Hollow Palm. That's something that we look at a little later on. So just want to get that out there. The other thing with Hollow Palm is Monk might not be the best option for Hollow Palm, and Huntress might end up being better just because it'll be able to scale the crit better, and just it just might make more sense overall. But regardless of that, I love Monk. Monk is my bread and butter. It is just it just it's everything to me. It just checks all the boxes. And you can play. I just love the play style. I love using the quarterstaff skills. They're just, I don't know. It's really that simple. Like, I just love Monk way more than any of the other classes. And yes, unfortunately, I haven't played any other classes, so it's kind of unfair to say that. But uh, I've just enjoyed the Monk play style and just the thematic of it. So I really just I'm gonna jump back into Monk and Invoker Monk and just and see where it takes me, right? And we'll explore Hollow Palm later on. And if Huntress does end up being the better option, then I really am not concerned. I'll level a Huntress and go Hollow Palm Huntress if it makes sense and if it's that much better. But we're just gonna start Monk, the safe choice for myself. And yeah, so in terms of leveling, it's really, you just go Ice Strike. Like, it's just the best leveling skill in my opinion. And so I've kind of put together a little like setup here for leveling setup, if you will, for your league start. If you do plan on playing Monk like myself, um, I think you get like Ice Strike at like level 5, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, you're gonna work your way through and add more sockets to the skill, but ideally you want Martial Tempo, Primal Armament, Conk Effect, and Ice Bite. Real simple, generic setup with your links, and then yeah, with the lack of, or with the removal of the gem restrictions, and now you can just socket multiple of the same support gem into multiple skills. We can really take advantage of that and make the most of it. So yeah, that's that. Obviously, you don't need to level with Ice Strike, but I think it is the best skill to level with, at least to get yourself through the campaign and into maps. Obviously, you get into maps, that's when you can transition to something else. But I'll be leveling as Ice Strike, and if you want to follow along with this sort of leveling setup, then by all means. But yeah, this is just your generic leveling setup here. So Ice Strike, then Tempest Bell with Overabundance, Heavy Swing, and Font of Rage. And then we're going Frost Bomb with Magnified Effect and Strip Away. And you're going to notice we get to use take advantage of Magnified Effect now on multiple different skills, not only just Frost Bomb. And then Hand of Chayula to curse the bosses with Sniper's Mark and Hypothermia with not perpetual charge, Profusion. And then we have Charge Staff, and we're going Persistence, Twofold, and Perpetual Charge here. And then you see the rest of these are empty because as of now in this current patch, the game doesn't allow us to use multiple of the same support gem in two different skills. So over here we've got Herald of Ice, and we do Reach plus another magnified effect, and so that's why it's here instead of socketed in. Because if you'll see, I can't actually put it in because it says you're already using this support gem. That's going to be removed in case you guys missed the patch notes or something like that. So we'll be able to use that. So yeah, just tons more AOE on the Herald of Ice. And then lastly, Combat Frenzy linked with Profusion. And that's going to carry you all the way through the campaign, all the way through to Act 4. And that's that's pretty much it. Again, unfortunately, we don't have the skill tree, so I can't really provide a full fledged, a fully mapped out skill tree. But we have a rough understanding of where things are on the skill tree for Ice Strike. It's pretty generic when it comes to leveling with Ice Strike. So that's gonna be it for the video. Pretty much covered everything there. I just wanted to really mention that Hollow Palm is not for leveling, and it's more so an end game, late game sort of transition. Wanted to just put that out there, but it's something that I'm very keen on, and I do want to transition to it. It is a sort of a objective of mine, if you will. And so stay tuned for that. I'll keep you guys updated if I do end up switching to Hollow Palm, or when that eventually does happen. But yeah, that's going to do it. Make sure to leave a like on this video, you guys. I also stream on Twitch, and I'll be live on the launch of the league, twitch.tv/ghost_activity. And so, yeah, check me out on Twitch and give this video a like if you enjoyed this, and make sure to subscribe for more Path of Exile content.